So I want to make this video to help you guys out there that have a vintage collection that maybe you're interested in buying vintage cards and need to be able to identify fake or counterfeit cards, which is unfortunately very common in the vintage card community. This past week, I had one of my followers out there that I appreciate very much reach out to me. They were interested in potentially selling me their collection, so they sent me some pictures. I'll show you guys some of the pictures they sent. I was mostly interested in this card, and then ultimately when I realized that the cards were fake was this 1941 Ted Williams play ball. So this is a zoomed in photo of the card that the person had sent me, and I want to show you guys why I knew it was fake almost right away. Because a lot of the telltale signs for this card are very emblematic of vintage fakes. So the first thing you're going to notice when you see this card to tell you that it's probably a fake is the corners. See how the four corners of this card are very perfectly well rounded? That's very atypical for a card to have all four corners to be that well rounded. So that's the first thing that I would call out. The second thing that's important to notice with the card is actually how white the edges are. It's very uncommon for a card, especially this old, to have the color of the white border be that noticeable. So that's the second thing. The third and final thing you really wouldn't be able to notice until you compared it to an authentic version of the card. So this is a PSA 9. This is one of the highest rated versions of this card you can get. But one of the biggest differences you'll see in this card versus this card is actually the color difference in the shadow versus the color difference in the shadow of this card. This one, you notice it's almost black. It's almost the exact same color of his cap. You can notice in this that it is two different tones in the original copy. So the hardest part for me as somebody who loves sports cards, loves vintage cards, and often loves talking to collectors, it is kind of hard to let somebody know that their cards are probably not real. And for a lot of people, these cards they might have held on for 20, 30 years. They might have been passed down through family members. They might think they have a lot of money and they ultimately are worthless. So if you are put in a position where you are looking at cards, you need to, let someone down gently. I encourage you to do that. Try to point out why you have cause or concern rather than just say, fake and move on. But I think it does help to show people what you should be looking for in a card, why it's a fake, or what are some of the telltale signs. If you're interested in having me take a look at your collection, whether just for an appraisal or for maybe for me to potentially purchase it, as you guys know, I'm always selling cards on my channel. I have my email address listed now in my link tree in my bio, so feel free to shoot me an email, send me pictures and videos of some of the stuff you have. Happy to tell you what I think it's worth, what I'd be willing to pay you for it. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video to kind of help you guys out when you're out there looking at vintage. And follow for more vintage content, baseball card content, collecting content. Thanks.